Listen to the following talk.
Xi Jinping and Brazilian President Lula hold joint press conference.
Xinhua News Agency, Brasília, November 20th. Reporters: Yijun, Zhou Yongsui. On the morning of November 20th local time, President Xi Jinping and Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva met with reporters at the Palácio da Alvorada, the presidential residence in Brasília, following their talks. President Xi noted, "It has been 5 years since I last set foot on this land filled with love and hope. Before departing for this trip, I received several letters from friends across various sectors in Brazil, expressing their deep appreciation for the friendship between China and Brazil and their expectations for enhancing our bilateral ties. These sentiments deeply moved me." Earlier, President Lula and I had a warm, friendly, and productive discussion. Together, we reviewed the 50-year development journey of China-Brazil relations and agreed that our relationship is at its historical best, with growing global, strategic, and long-term influence. It has become a model of solidarity and cooperation among major developing countries.
Strengthening bilateral relations.
President Xi stated, "We have reached a new strategic consensus on the future of China-Brazil relations. Most importantly, we have jointly decided to elevate our bilateral relations to a China-Brazil community of shared future for a more just world and a more sustainable planet. We will also align the Belt and Road Initiative with Brazil's development strategy." In the context of a rapidly changing global landscape, this decision reflects the determination of our two major developing nations to recognize, adapt to, and shape change. It will propel our bilateral relations into a new era, ushering in another golden 50 years while setting an example for solidarity and self-reliance among global South countries and enhancing the representation and voice of developing nations in global governance.
Commitment to cooperation.
Both leaders agreed on the importance of deepening strategic mutual trust and steadfastly supporting each other on core issues related to sovereignty, security, and development interests. President Xi emphasized that as two major developing countries in the Eastern and Western hemispheres, China and Brazil share a historic responsibility to safeguard the common interests of global South nations and advocate for a more just and equitable international order. The two sides also agreed to deepen alignment between their development strategies. This includes enhancing cooperation in key areas such as trade, finance, technology, infrastructure, and environmental protection while accelerating collaboration in emerging fields like energy transition, digital economy, artificial intelligence, and green minerals. With an urgency that matches the times, we aim to make our practical cooperation more substantial and impactful, driving modernization in both nations at an accelerated pace, Xi added.
Global collaboration and shared vision.
The two countries pledged to continue close coordination within multilateral mechanisms, including the United Nations, the G20, and BRICS, to tackle traditional and non-traditional security challenges such as hunger, poverty, regional conflicts, climate change, and cybersecurity. President Xi affirmed China's willingness to work with Brazil and other Latin American countries to elevate China-Latin America cooperation to new heights, marking the 10th anniversary of the China-CELAC Forum next year.
Addressing global challenges.
President Xi also expressed concern over ongoing global conflicts, stressing that humanity is an indivisible community of shared security. He highlighted China and Brazil's joint statement outlining 6 points for a political resolution to the Ukraine crisis and the formation of a Friends of Peace group with other global South nations. On the Gaza conflict, Xi called for an immediate ceasefire, adherence to the two-state solution, and continuous efforts toward a comprehensive, just, and lasting resolution to the Palestinian issue. In the face of an unstable world, China and Brazil share a tradition of upholding justice and acting with integrity. Together, we will enrich the meaning of our community of shared future, resolutely defend true multilateralism, and voice the call for development over poverty, cooperation over confrontation, and justice over hegemony, Xi emphasized.
President Lula's remarks.
President Lula warmly welcomed Xi Jinping, noting that although China and Brazil are geographically distant, they share similar values, broad common interests, and a deep, enduring friendship. Lula highlighted China as Brazil's most significant trade and investment partner, praising Chinese enterprises for their substantial contributions to Brazil's economic and social development. He announced that both leaders had decided to elevate bilateral relations to a China-Brazil community of shared future and align Brazil's development strategies with China's Belt and Road Initiative. This alignment will prioritize sustainable development, infrastructure, finance, energy transition, and space exploration. This visit by President Xi marks the beginning of a new chapter in Brazil-China relations, Lula concluded.
Attendees, Kai Chi, Wang Yi, and other officials participated in the meeting.
This content is just an example for learning English. Thank you for watching. This is a VTP channel. How do you feel about this video? Please leave a comment below.